I got it. Want to see what's inside the box? Want to see what's inside? Absolutely nothing, because it's already on my PS4. The game right now is loading on. It's also updating because of the day one patch. Look at the blue bar on my PS4 controller. As soon as it's available, I'm just gonna dive balls deep into the game. I got it already set up. I'm gonna have basketball games playing on in the background. Speaking of which, let me get into that. Boom, there we go. Basketball's gonna be playing on in the background, and I'm pretty much just going to be watching basketball and playing Death Stranding for the entirety of the weekend. Also watching some football as well. But I know it's late, and I kind of know I'm like really, really late on this. It's like 6 o'clock where I am. But I did want to say something about, obviously, Veterans Day, because Veterans Day is today. I'm wearing, let me stand up. I'm wearing a giant American t-shirt. You know, you can see the red, white, and blue bald eagle. America and the United and freedom is on the back. Check out that bald eagle, full wing spread, like an apex predator about to attack its helpless prey. But on a serious note, I have family members that are veterans. My dad, my uncle, and my grandfather, they're all veterans. And you know, they don't necessarily talk to me about their experiences. But I mean, there's also people like online who share their experiences, like David Goggins. He constantly talks about his experiences. There was a couple of weeks ago, I think a Green Beret on the Joe Rogan podcast. His whole perspective is very, very interesting. But it's not like I talk to David Goggins or the Green Beret. I can only talk about people who I've actually talked about with their veteran experiences. And one veteran in particular, he was my master sergeant in ROTC. No, I'm not a veteran at all. But he was my master sergeant in ROTC, and he talked about how I think he was like 6 years into being in the Army, and he had to be deployed in Iraq. And this is like, I think this is like the early 2000s, so this is just right after 9/11. So you could definitely like tell kind of the environment that he was in and how serious it was supposed to be. I think he said like, I think he gave me like, he talked to us one time about how like he was deployed and he didn't like shower for like 30 days because he was out in the field or something like that. I don't really know. But one story in particular impacted me a lot because it showed just how much people are willing to give up to, you know, to be a unit within the military in a good way. You know, everyone is sacrificing something. Everybody sacrifices to be in the military, and they sacrifice, you know, to protect enemies, both foreign and domestic. And he talked about how he had a pregnant wife, and he got time off to go see his daughter. He was deployed in Iraq. He went from Iraq back to the States. And, you know, his time, you know, the due date went and passed, or had gone and passed or whatever. And his daughter still wasn't born. So he had to go back to Iraq. And I think like a couple of days after he got back to Iraq, his daughter was born. And he missed his daughter's birth, and he missed being there for his wife, who's pregnant, obviously. And he never really like, he was never pained about it. He wasn't like sad about it. He wasn't like spiteful about it. He was just like saying like, this is what I had to give up, you know, to be a part of the military. I had an obligation that I had to keep, that, you know, I wasn't going to leave, you know, my commitment to the military. And, you know, for someone who holds family so important, it's very, very foreign to me to be able to like say, you know what, I'm going to put my family on the back seat and go serve my country. That's very, very honorable to me. And that story is something that I'll always talk about during Veterans Day. And that's always something that I reflect on, even on like the 4th of July and on Memorial Day too, because it's just like, it's just something that I couldn't do. I couldn't be a part of the military. Like, you see what they go through during, you know, just the basic training, and it's just, I have such high regard and high respect for everybody in the military. And I mean, they're my fucking heroes. So that's kind of it. You know, I hate being really, really vulnerable and stuff like that on camera. I'm a weird person, but that's the video. This has been 24. Happy Veterans Day, and I'll see you in a couple of days. By the way, I want it, by the way, on like another note, not on Veterans Day, but on Death Stranding, I want to get like 25 hours in before I like talk about the game, so I'm gonna try and play it today, which is like, I don't have a lot of time today. I want to play it Saturday. I want to play it Sunday. Let me do this. Let me turn the light back on. I want to play it Saturday and Sunday, so that way I can try and pump out a video somewhere between Monday, maybe Tuesday, somewhere around there, but I don't know. Until my next video, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.